Oh, hello everybody, and a very good afternoon, good morning. Welcome back to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby. Thank you for joining us. Brand new week, brand new event. Do you love to craft? Well, if you do, you've come to the right place. Because, thank goodness you didn't say, no, I actually like gardening. Wrong channel. Wrong channel. This is Crafters TV, and on the lead up to Valentine's Day next week, we're bringing you a whole week of basically our guys, our experts, taking a day each to show us what they love the most about craft. So each and every day this week, you're going to be seeing a different craft expert with their take on lots of different styles of craft. So later on in the week, Debbie Fisher's going to be here, Craig's going to be here, we've got a day with Sarah, we've got a day with Leanne, Corin's going to be here, Michelle is going to be here as well, and today is the lovely Debbie Robinson, and we're going to be doing all things creator card dies today. So it's a great chance for you to kind of explore different avenues with our experts, and also if you're new to the channel like Vanessa was a little bit earlier on, a great way for you to be able to meet our experts as well. So lots of reasons to watch and shop. Now, each and every day during this event, we are bringing you amazing deals, and we're bringing you amazing discounts as well. So because today is all about creator card dies, on the website you will find up to 70% off selected creator card dies. It's really easy to spot on the website. It's on the home page if you like. We showed you it a little bit earlier on. If we get a chance later on as well, we might just do that again. But it's really, really easy to shop. Up to 70% off creator card dies. Now, also on the website, you're looking out for the orange stickers. The best thing to do, save yourself sort of faffing around and searching everywhere, unless you like a good treasure hunt, is go to the Shop the Day or the Shop the Show page where you'll see orange stickers. Everything has been fixed. We had a few gremlins earlier on, so you'll be able to find them on the Shop the Show, Shop the Day, the orange coloured stickers. Now, those are the Love to Craft deals. Now, Love to Craft, we are bringing you a lovely selection of items that have been discounted. We're then discounting them again by an extra 15%. And then we're giving you a discount from Club Inspire on top of that. So discounted, then discounted, then discounted again. That's why over the course of this show, indeed over the course of this week, you're going to see some amazing prices on some amazing bundles. All very exciting. And as always, if you want to get in touch over the course of this show, you can do. You can say hello. You can ask us a question, because of course, this masterclass is all about that, teaching you how to get the very best out of your creator card dies. Even if you've already got them, and if you're sort of watching the show more just for inspiration than anything, that's fine, but maybe you've got a bit stuck using your creator card dies, maybe you're lacking with the crafty mojo, then ask the questions and hopefully we'll get them answered for you. A few quick hellos before I introduce you to the lady who's going to be taking us through this masterclass. Robin is in. Robin Lavino Pranti says, good morning, happy Monday to all, have a beautiful day. You too. Vanessa says, good morning everyone from Florida. Good morning. Good morning, Lynn. The hashtag go live. Granny, good afternoon. Hey. Scramp Shop is in saying good morning from Houston. I hope everyone is doing well. We are. Corinne says aloha, aloha. And good morning from a tropical rainy early morning in Maui. Carletta says hello everyone from Arkansas. By the way, just to clear something up, I keep getting messages going, Ben, it's pronounced Arkansas, not Arkansas. I only pronounce it Arkansas when you write it like that. I know it's Arkansas. It's fine. I've got it. But if you write Arkansas, I'm going to read it Arkansas, because that's just the way I am. I'm very annoying. Just ask my wife. Charlotte said, what?
Which one?
Oh, ask my real wife, TV wife, he thinks I'm great, but then she doesn't live with me. Carletta says, no, we've already done that one. Charlotte says, good afternoon from Herne Bay. Hi to Zoe from West Sussex, and hello to a first timer to the channel, Maureen Reed. Hey, Maureen, lovely to have you with us. Thank you for your comment. Hopefully you're going to enjoy the next couple of hours. Thankfully, it's not just me over the next 2 hours. I'm joined by the lady whose day it is today. We love to craft, and particularly love to craft when Debbie Robinson's in the house.
Yay! Whoop, 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 whoop. I've had me deviled eggs, me dinner. Deviled eggs, by the way, if you've never tried them. You stateside folk, oh, they are delicious, because we've got a lovely stateside lady here, our boss Jenny, who treated us to some deviled eggs just before lunch.
Are you feeling a bit?
Well, yeah, because I was greedy, I had two. I didn't just have the one, I had two. And you had three, producer Nicola, so yes. Did you have three as well? You shoved it in all in one, you did.
Down in one?
Down in one. Me, nibbled, nibbled on my egg, but absolutely beautiful. I didn't know about deviled eggs.
No.
I do now. Shall be doing them again.
Yeah.
Absolutely delicious. So yes, I'm all ready and ready to go. Literally cannot wait because I absolutely adore our creator card range. I talk about dies, and you've often heard me talk about my top 2 or my top 3, and I'll tell you that creator card and edgeables are right up there. I had to choose one. They didn't say I could have both.
Oh.
I tried, but they said no, choose one. So I actually chose, and I'm going to say it, my favourites, the creator cards. And I've chose some of my favourite particular collections. I didn't choose the deals, can I just tell you, Ben, because we've got some amazing deals on some of my favourite creator card ranges that we've done. I didn't do that. Left that to the team. I just got creative, and that's what we're going to get kick-started with in just a second or two, because I'm going to get ready for one and show you how fabulous these creator card ranges are for versatility and just to show you how easy and simple they are to use.
Absolutely brilliant. It's going to be a lovely show. As I say, get interactive, ask those questions. Anything you want to fire Debbie's way, please do. Already the chat has turned to eggs. Christine says, I always make deviled eggs. I love them. And then Rachel says, not just the thought of them this time. I've had them in the US and never again, says Rachel. The thing is, I was expecting, I don't know what I was expecting, but for me, it was just like, I don't know, egg with the centre scooped out, like egg, and then with like a bit of egg mayonnaise and paprika on top. No, egg mayonnaise, man. It was like Eggman with egg mayonnaise and a bit of paprika on top, like. I was a bit like, yeah, you know, neither here nor there, really. Couldn't sort of say I was, you know, raving about them. I didn't think they were disgusting, sort of middle of the road, really. Only 3 eggs, said Lillian. You're Ben, 10. Can you imagine if I'd had 10 eggs, Lillian? Can you imagine that?
Good God, let me just tell you, I'd be glad you're on that side of the studio if you've had 10 eggs. I'm glad you're on that side, and I'm glad there's a bit of a distance because...
Yeah. Yes. Just to announce that George the Joystick, who sat in the very small gallery, has just announced he's had 5 eggs in the
past... Is that what?
5 eggs in the last 24 hours.
Lord in heaven, poor Nicola.
Thanks, small mercies, you're not in there. The door is open, Nicola says, and it is staying open in the gallery. And Curran says, oh, just you wait, Debbie. I've been on the lookout for a basket full of Hawaii goodies. Well, so there we go. I think just sort of filling your basket with loads of goodies, I think is what you're saying, Corinne, isn't it? Ooh. So shall we get into it and see what kind of goodies you can fill your basket with? Let's start. We're starting with, this. First of all, hang on, wait, what? Wait, what? Ooh. What? The bag, 10% of the creator card everyday and Christmas grab bag. 10% of that stock has already gone. Do you want to have a quick look in this now? Or, okay, we'll quickly fly through this. And then we will show you what I was going to show you. But this is amazing. So 93.94 or 109.78 is what you should be paying here. You're saving £68 or $74. Platinum price is £20 or $28, which is incredible. It is a bargain. Here's your value of your bag. By the way, what I'm showing you here, if you are platinum, this is more than the value of your bag. So you've got one of our, these dies are brilliant because not only do they allow you to use them in creator card form, but the outer die is split into 2, so you can actually mix and match it and create 3 different frames. That's the Nouveau Roses. You're then also going to get one of our gorgeous Broderie Anglaise dies, which is on our 5x7, uber gorgeous, uber versatile dies, and then that's your value. Everything else in the bag, it's like you're getting for free. So when we show you things like this, one of our big scene creator card dies, and that one, obviously perfect for your festive cards because it's the manger scene. You know, home decor, box lids, you name it, you can use it. One pass wonders these, and you're getting that for free. You're also getting for free this beautiful creator card die with the hanging element with the butterfly. We have the other 4 in a collection, which you'll probably see a little bit later on. We had them on Wake Up Call, but you get this one free within the bag. So if you go for the other 4 today within the bundle we've got, please make sure you get the bag. I think if you're platinum, from memory, it's going to cost you about £39 to get everything. You're then also going to get one of our intralace dies. These also are brilliant. And as Debbie was saying, like, they're kind of like an in-between our normal dies and our multimedia dies in the fact that they will cut through 2 layers of your cardstock for you. Super duper intricate, but have got that ability for you to be able to cut through a couple of layers of cardstock at the same time. getting that for free alongside one of these amazing message reveal dies creator cards. So that's the cracker there, absolutely perfect for creating that card with that hidden element, whether it be a message that you hide or maybe it's a gift card inside there as well. But that's free, that's free, that's free, and that's free when you buy those two in the bag. Amazing value. Over 10% of the stock has gone. We're not talking about big amounts here as far as stock is concerned, so you will need to be quick if you want to grab that bag. Hence why we've called it a grab bag. Next, you know, if we'd had lots of stock, we'd have called it like a take your time bag, wouldn't we? But no, grab it whilst it's here. Next up, one of our 3-in-1 creator cards. Well, I say one, you're getting 4 in this particular set. These are brilliant once again because these offer you so much scope, so much versatility, and offer you a 3-in-1 because what you've got the ability to do is you can see from the boards here, 2 dies in each of the sets. So if you decide to yourself, oh, I just quite like the inner decorative element, you can use that and create the butterflies as we're seeing here. The wings lift out as well, of course. You've then got the outer decorative element, which is that beautiful frame. So again, if you just wanted a frame for a particular project, you can just use that element. But then if you decide, well, I want the whole lot, I want it all, you can do that. You can create, by using both of the dies, one run through your machine, and you have created that beautiful effect. Now, that's included in the bundle. Also, you're going to get the stunning dragonflies included in there as well. If you love the board drop I just did, I did it on purpose, of course I did. You're then also going to get this scene here. So again, you've got dragonflies, the beautiful florals on the outside. Use them individually, use them together. Really, really pretty and simple to create that effect. Then you're going to get the elegant fairy. Again, same sort of thing. Think about all the different ways that you can use these. Think about the ways that you can just, use these individually from each other as well. I love that fairy. So super cute. Getting the opportunity potentially to do a little bit of paper piecing there if you wish, but absolutely gorgeous. Then you've got, this is my new way to use boards now, I'm definitely going to do this forever from now on. You've got the party there, celebration, with all those beautiful balloons in. Love the frame on that as well, because again, it's like almost like a firework display that you've got going on as part of your outer frame. So again, if you didn't want to use the balloons and you wanted to maybe create like a 4th of July card with this, just don't use the inner die, use the outer die, and there you go. And then lastly, you have got your butterfly. I've already shown that. I have. Yeah, I thought it was 4. It's 4-piece. You're not getting the butterfly garden twice. Get out of there, you butterflies. I know your game. So you're getting all 4 of those included, but look at the price here. So it should be £68, it should be $80. The price comes down by 40% to by $33.31 or $39.11. Then you get your extra Love to Craft discount, which is 15% off. And then you get your Club Inspired discount. Majority of you are platinum, so that's $27.72 or $32.54, which is incredible value for money, whichever way you look at it. Discount followed by discount followed by discount. Right, let us have a look at these in azione with the lovely Debbie. Whilst we get ready for that demo, a few final comments of Corinne, who said, oh no, Corinne's, yes, getting ready to shop, and Thea said, Ben, I should remind you to play your new song. Did you manage it in this show? We didn't do it in the last show. I was chatting to George of the Joystick actually before the show started today, so potentially maybe we'll try and play it later on for you. We'll try and we'll get it on in Monday Makers. We will do that definitely. Remind me again later because I'll probably forget. George, remember? He's just like, oh, remember. Right, so have a look at these 3-in-1 creator cards. What a deal, first of all. What a deal. It's an incredible deal for some incredible dies that offer you so many opportunities and versatility to get creative with. Hence why they're in the creator card range. And I love the 3-in-1 factor. So I'm just going to quickly show you a couple of samples before we demonstrate with them. So our creator card range, the 3-in-1, gives you the option to just use the central focal design, which is that gorgeous balloon one. Or the option to just use the outer design, which is really gorgeous. Incredible. 2 very different cards. We've kept the same colour themes, 2 very different cards, showing you how versatile this one set is. And then bringing them both together, collective, that's the effects that you will get using that gorgeous balloon bouquet, which is just divine. It really is. But I cannot do, cannot do it, just had to do it.
butterfly design.
Cool.
I can't help myself. I'm so sorry, but I just adore these. I adore all the designs, but my personal favourite, and I'm going to say it's one of my absolute all-time favourites. I absolutely adore this one.
Wow, okay.
It's just glorious in what it can do in terms of how you can use them. So I'm going to show you. Now, I've taken a piece of cardstock. I've used multi-purpose cardstock. And because these are big dies, if I just bring it back into the equation just to show you, these are a 5x7 design. So I've gone a little bit bigger with my cardstock because what I wanted to do was create a little bit of a frame. I'm going to add some ink to it as well and some background pieces to it. But absolutely gorgeous die, and that's just the outer border. This is the central focal design, which can be used independently on its own. It can be used collectively together, or you could use this part on its own. And then, of course, you've got snippability factor. So it's more than worthy of being in that create a card design. Now, my actual total design of this card is a full A4 sheet that I've just scored down the middle and trimmed to 8 inches. You could leave it fully, so it could be a full A4 just folded in half. But what I'm going to do is show you how I do mine. Now, for those brave of you, the brave ones of us, you can actually do this all in one fell swoop. But I'm going to show you how I do mine. And the only reason I do it is we all know the power of the Gemini.
We do.
It is a powerful, absolutely performance machine. It's precise, performance, power, the 3 Ps and some. But literally, it can move the 2 dies unless you've got them really stuck down. I prefer not to with this particular design. That's just my choice. You can decide what you want to do with yours once you've got yours home. Because, of course, they're your dies. You do you, is what I say. So I'm going to pop that onto the cardstock. I'm going to use it as a thin metal die, a regular thin metal die. So I'm popping on my, and I always do this, but I'll tell you why I do it. I like to see what I'm cutting into. For anybody saying, but it's not like it says in the book. Find and get to know your machine, as we always say to anybody who's just purchased one of the Geminis. If you got it on last year's deal.
Last
week's deal. Wow. And we know a lot of you took advantage of that deal. We know we have these things that tell us what go and what don't go and things like that, and they went at that out of the door. Absolutely. Now, the lovely thing about these dies as well, and especially with your Gemini Original, your electronic die cutting machine, is you can actually give it a little extra emboss. So I am going to do it with this one. I'm just going to take that off just for a second. Before I actually do the embossing detail with the rubber embossing mat, I'm just going to take off my low tack tape. And the only reason being is that if I push that in with the purple shim, the problem that I might have is that not only will the tape stick down, but you'll end up probably getting a tape design on your design, if that makes sense. It's worth doing this part before. And I think I've got, oh no, there's a little bit still left there. Wait a minute. I love low tack tape, but it's invisible. Once it's on white cardstock, you can't see it. So let's just put that through now, and I'm just going to bring in my. Don't drop your poker tool on the floor, Debbie.
Don't drop your poker tool.
Don't drop your poker tool on the floor. I'm just going to turn this over. Take care not to move it out of the die cut element. I'm going to run the shim over the top, the purple shim. I'm taking off the magnetic shim now, so I'm just going to remove the magnetic shim, and then I'm going to place that on the cutting mat, and then the other cutting mat just onto the top, and then we're going to run that through the die cutting machine. And that is embossing the detail, the extra detail into your design. You don't have to do that, but it gives you that extra oomph, that extra embossed detail, which I absolutely love. I do love this. But I am going to add some ink as well, because I do love using our dies. This morning, if you saw me this morning, I didn't, but I'm going to do it with this particular one. Let me just take this off for a second. There we go. And I move those underneath there now, because I don't need those for the time being. So before I actually take it off the die, I'm going to now take this, and you'll see that there's little features like flowers, leaves, these ribbons. They're ready to be inked through as well. Now, I'm just going to use a couple of colours, because I've got a bit of a yellow goldy kind of green theme going off with this particular design. So I'm just going to bring in some of my colours of my water reactives, and I'm just going to add a pop of colour to these. So I'm going to come in, and I'm just going to add a little bit of lemon tonic down to the bottom flowers.
Yep.
A little bit onto this middle side as well. There we go. And then I'm going to add, now let's have a bit of Spring Meadow.
Eleanor's asking, will these dies fit through the MIDI?
Yes, they will.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You're talking 5x7, and the platform of a MIDI is the same as the Junior, which is 6x9. Yeah. So yes, they will go through your MIDI. Perfect. Absolutely. Perfect. Yeah.
Kate says, if I had a quid for every time Debbie said my absolute favourite,
I
could buy a second house to store my crafty stash in.
Honestly, she's so true. It really is true, because I do say it ever such a lot. I think I say it every time I go on air.
Shows how much you love all our products, though.
That's the thing. That is the thing. And you know, I genuinely, not saying this, I was going to say something else then. I'm not saying this.
What were you going to say?
Just stop myself, because I felt the phrase coming on again.
Yes, let's say that one again.
We're not going to say that one again.
No.
But yeah, I absolutely love all of our products. I don't think there's been anything ever. That's a big, bold statement, isn't it?
It is.
But yeah, I'm like a kid at Christmas every time a new launch comes out, and I have a new favourite every single time. Yeah. Although, to be fair, Kate, this is one of my favourite dies. It is.
One of your favourites?
One of my favourite
Top
favourites,
of the favourites?
Yeah. Top of my favourite favourites, yeah. That's a good one, yeah. Top of my favourite favourites.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that one. I'll get away with that one, won't I? I can't help it.
No, you can't. That's if you're passionate about what you do.
And that's the thing.
You know.
Someone asked me the other day, when I was down at Hobbymaker, and we were one of the guest husbands, and he did say to me, he said, you get right giddy, don't you, when you go on air, you? And I was like, what do you mean? And he went, well, you really, you know, you really get behind those products, don't you? Do they pay you to do that? That's what I said. I went, pardon?
You pay you to get giddy?
He don't know me very well, does he?
No.
And I went, absolutely not. I went, I get giddy because I literally love our products. I said, I get passionate about them. And it's easy to see why when you have beautiful designs, especially beautiful designs like this. This is just absolutely exquisite. I love that. I love. Did you hear Nicola? It's just so funny. But yeah, honestly, I do love. I dropped my poker tool, didn't I? Hang on a minute. Let me go down there. I can't get back up. Right, just poke out those extra little bits. Now that looks beautiful on its own, just with that gorgeous decorative frame. And I am going to add a little bit of a colour to the back of it as well. Just one of my little inky backgrounds using some water reactive inks, lemon tonic, and a bit of green on the back there, just to give it a little bit of a lift. However, needs something in the middle. The frame on itself looks beautiful, but do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in the beautiful. And the lovely thing about this, do you know, because I've extra embossed it, I can see where I need to line it up.
Okay.
Oh, it fits in there just perfectly.
And I would imagine as well, just looking.
Yeah.
You can mix and match the dies around, can't you? I think a lot will fit in each other's apertures, as it were.
Yeah, you could put the dragonflies in if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I mean, the dragonflies has got its own beautiful background piece, but if you want, absolutely. Absolutely. The last time I came on and did a demonstration with these, I used all three on a trifold card.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
amazing.
I think you missed it, Ben, because it was a weekend show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you missed it. You weren't here doing that. Yeah, you weren't here at weekend, were you? No. Yeah. Not saying anything.
No, I'm here now and again on a weekend, just not as often as I was, you know. I do the occasional Sunday.
Do you?
Hey. Yeah, well, you know.
I haven't had you on a Sunday for a while.
I think if Sarah's in, like she normally, then she'll go, oh, yeah, come on, Ben, in you come, kind of thing.
Oh, that's what it is it? The boss speaks and in you come.
Well, although I haven't said that, I have offered to jump in and do the occasional Saturday because I miss the old. Can't remember the name of the show. It's been so long.
Play Your Crafts Right.
Play Your Crafts Right.
I knew it.
I love that show.
Yeah,
it's one of my faves.
It is fab. There's a lot of fun, isn't it?
Play a few games. Last time we did a show a bit like that was when Craig and I did the Christmas party show and we had some games in it. That was fun.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Well, I didn't watch it, but I do remember because I saw your socials and boys, looked like you had way too much fun.
I beat him 5-0 as well, which was really nice. I won every game. But then he won the all-important making the crown competition, as he would do.
Oh, I saw you with your crowns.
Because you did that the year before, didn't you?
Yes, I did, yeah, absolutely. Now, you can see I've got my beautiful butterfly wings. Doesn't that just finish that off really beautifully? But it gives you options. You don't necessarily just have to So again, I'm gonna put one in the centre as well, and I think I might just go with the border one. So I'm gonna run. Look at me getting carried away. This was not the plan that I had.
Love it.
Do you know what? This is the wonderful thing about these fabulous dies. So much creativity with them. And I'm just going to try and line that up so it's roughly around the same place that I had the other one. And then we're just going to repeat that lovely border design because it is gorgeous.
Beautiful.
It is gorgeous. So yes, I'm just going to run that through there.
Yep. Hi to Philip. He says, Ben, how many Crafters TV songs have you done?
Ooh. So the shanty song.
I've done some. It was shanty. Crafty Cabana. Huh?
Can.
Crafty Cabana, Can.
Yeah.
I did one for the sweet 16th birthday, which never made it to air.
Oh, why?
No, it didn't. I don't think it did make it to air.
Oh.
Happy birthday, sweet 16. I did.
Oh.
I did this year's one, Make 'em Craft. I did the Fresh Prince of Facial Hair for Craig. That was 6. I did the full foam on a roll song. That was 7. And then the one that we've just done. So I've done 8. 2 more. I've got an album. 2 more to go. Christmas number 1.
I love it.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
had
should do
some
that.
of those.
Huh?
I don't know. I can't. There's some of those I can't even remember.
Yes, loads of unwritten ones. Nicola's just said in my ear. The ones that have been on air was the Shanty for Craig,
Yeah.
Crafty Cabana,
Yeah.
Can, Make 'em Craft.
I think me and Bernie starred in your.
You did in the because
Cocoa
I remember
Bed.
filming
We
that.
saw it, didn't we?
You had to dance all the way through.
I was not
And me and
happy.
Johnny were in Studio 2 dancing along with you.
Yes, I know. I
For the
wasn't
filming.
happy.
I remember
Give me
that.
a microphone and I'll sing for you, but don't ask me to dance. Just no.
We still need to get you on the mic at some point.
Oh, I love singing.
Craft pool karaoke, I'm thinking.
I was doing it. I did the carpool karaoke, but on my own.
Yeah.
On the way up, stuck in that traffic.
What were you
Good dear
singing?
Lord.
I'm the fire starter. Fire starter.
No, I did me. One of me. Well, actually, what? Don't say this in front of the Fizz because my favourite Eurovision Song Contest. Would you believe? Song is not Making Your Mind Up by Books Fizz.
Is it not? What is it?
Euphoria by Loreen. It's such a banging tune. Look, like you could hear her in the background then. Did you hear our producer Nick?
Yeah.
And it's such an uplifting tune because I was nearly thinking I'm going to lose the will to live in this traffic. So I had to put something on really loud. So I put a few Eurovision banging tunes
What
on,
country
which I
sang
know.
that?
Oh, now then. It was 2012.
Yeah.
I cannot remember. Oh my days! I can't remember country. Where's Joe when you need him? Because he knew him. I can't remember.
Sweden.
Thank you, because I just
Sweden.
could not remember then. But what a tune. It's my favourite Eurovision. And I've got quite a few, because Rise Like a Phoenix, I absolutely love.
Which one do you love?
Rise Like a Phoenix.
Oh, yeah. Do you know the one I
Love that
loved?
one. Yes.
It always sticks in my mind, because
Yes.
I played the violin. Alexander Rybak.
Oh!
And he played it, I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah. A fairy tale. Is it fairy tale? Fairy tale. Yeah. I
Going
love
back
that
about
one.
10,
Yeah.
15 year, I think.
Yeah.
And the other one, sorry, we'll get off in a second, was the Monsters.
The Monsters? Lordy.
Lordy.
Good
Yeah.
grief.
Yeah, I liked a
Lordy
bit of that.
Lord.
That
You
was
are
good.
kidding me.
No, I liked it.
Oh, no.
They did, wouldn't it?
I love the toy. I'm not your boy, you stupid toy, or whatever it is, or your toy, I'm not your stupid boy. I can't remember which way around. I said, right, Weird Air. I said Weird Air. Fabulous singer. Loved her. Thought she
Oh, I
was
don't
great
know that
as well.
one.
You what, love?
I don't know that one.
Oh, you not? Oh, I love that one. Can't remember her name. Toy. It's the toy, you stupid boy. That one, I can't.
We'll have to have a bit of a Eurovision catch-up in between the breaks, in
Yeah,
between the shows.
absolutely. Netta, that's it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, producer Nicola. Now, I'm going to stop talking Eurovision.
Yes.
Beautiful front. And I just want to add a little pop of colour. Of course, you could leave it like this and then just add your sentiments in there. So I've got myself a little butterfly. Obviously, I chose a butterfly-themed one, which comes from Vintage Butterflies. So I'm going to stick that onto the centre.
Okay.
Now, I could leave this as it is, but again, I just want that pop of colour. So I'm actually going to just stick those pastel-y colours underneath to show you again. Now, to do that, I want to make sure I don't put any glue on my butterfly wings because they've got that lovely liftable factor.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to use, just round the open area where the die cut is, I'm just going to bring in my dotty tape pen.
Quick question whilst you're taping from Angie.
Yeah.
Who says, Debbie, you did the embossing with the purple mat.
Yes.
And then you put it through to cut the aperture. Did you lose the embossing mat?
Read it me again, that.
You did the embossing with the purple mat.
Yes.
And then you put it through to cut the aperture.
Yes.
Did you lose the embossing?
No, I didn't use the embossing mat for that particular bit. And the reason, and I wouldn't have normally done that, that's a good point actually, because normally I would have you could put both those dies through together, and then you could take the middle section out and then do that embossing with the purple mat afterwards.
Right.
Because I did it in 2 stages. I did it a little bit back to front. However, it doesn't matter. But what can happen is that you can squish your embossed design. Do you know around the flowers?
Yeah.
The embossed detail could have squashed. So what you do is if you're doing it 2 separate pieces, you could do it all together, take the butterfly middle off, and then run the purple shim through with the outside edge.
Right.
Yeah. And as if this one, I've kept it really flat, so there's no raised emboss because I just used the die. If you notice, I didn't put the embossing mat through that time because I didn't want to. Not overcomplicate it, but I didn't want to run it back through again because in danger there, I would end up squishing my front design.
I see.
So I didn't do it that way. But yeah, good question.
It's a good question.
Yeah, great question. Now, this is when, again, I'm going to use just a scrap of cardstock just to finish this off. I'm just going to add a little bit, and I think I'm going to add, let's add a little bit of the 2 greens that I've gone with. Or maybe, yeah, we'll go with the 2 greens. So I'm just going to come in and add, and it's a scrap just to pick up the ink, so I'm not going on to my design.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to use those 2 colours that I've been using, Grasshopper and the Spring Meadow, to give it a little bit of a lift. Now, of course, you could cut extra elements out there and do that bit if you wanted to as well. But I'm a bit lazy. I know, but it's a masterclass, isn't it? And I want to try and grab as much as I can and get through as much as I can, because I do talk a lot.
Do you?
I don't know if you've noticed.
No, not really.
And I do talk a lot, and I forget to demo while I'm talking. So I'm trying to get as much as I can in. But yeah, you could do that. You could run it through in a different colour, cut it out, snip them out, and add the wings on. So that's another option you've got. But that's the beauty of a creator card. So much you can do with creator cards. Oh, Debbie, you don't drop that on there.
Oh, nearly. Woo. Another beauty is, of course, even if you're a beginner, look at what you can achieve.
Yeah, exactly. What a great, yeah, absolutely. Look what you can achieve when you, and it does, just doesn't it pop it? Not only does the colour in the background pop, but that pops as well. So I'm going to add a little bow just into the corner.
Nice.
I am going to add some gems, but I promise you I'm not going to go as mad as I did the other Saturday because I want a little bit OTT. I were adding gems in the middle of flowers.
I've not known you ever to bling a card up.
Well, I mean, I've never been a card.
Never seen that before.
But no.
You're not a big fan of bling, are you?
No. She says getting her bling blings out.
We'll get her bling blings out.
Get her out, mate, get her out.
You all right today?
I sounded like Michael Jackson. Oh dear. Oh, I can't help myself.
Chamon.
Don't do it again.
You start moonwalking in a minute across the craft desk.
Oh dear. Right, just going to put, do you know, actually, I was going to have you up front, weren't I? Yeah, I'm going to have you up front. Wait a minute, let's even it up. You were going up front. Let's go at the front of the card. Actually, you should have gone up there and you should have gone down there. Doesn't matter. Let me put my little one on the inside though as well.
How did you make such a lovely bow, Sister?
I use my tools on my Ultimate Pro.
The bow maker.
I can't do it like, do you see Craig with his fingers?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, he's so fast. He whips the bow up in no time. I can't do that. So I use the Ultimate Pro to make all my bows. I've got bling blings flying all over area now. Right, stop blinging everything up, Debbie, because this is the problem that you have. You never know when to stand away from them. Let's get away, just that last one there. And there you go, creating a beautiful front card. And it is nice and subtle with that pop of colour just underneath there. And then let's not forget the back bit. We don't want to forget that back because, again, you can create these beautiful decorative cards each and every single time, whether you're using 1, 2 or all 3 designs to create something quite pretty.
Quite pretty, amazing. Do you know what I love about that again? And that's going down the line of just a splash of colour, but there's so much white space there as well, which I think just adds, and it makes the colour kind of pop even more, doesn't it? I'm big on that at the minute.
Yeah, and what we often said is, and I'll say it again, don't be afraid of white. Because a lot of people think white doesn't look right. It does.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of the white space. Embrace it. I've only touched a little bit of colour into it and brought a little bit of colour into it. White looks absolutely gorgeous when you have it on your cards. It does. As
that well-known saying goes, white's all right.
White's all what?
White's all right, isn't it? White is all right.
White is all right?
Yeah.
I thought there were an extra bit. White is all right on the night. I thought that's what you meant.
Oh, no,
I thought you were waiting for me to finish another bit. White is all right on the night.
On the night?
On the night.
Yeah.
Why don't we go into a Cockney accent?
I have no idea.
Cockney accent.
I tell you why you did that, because of Matey, Strike It Lucky.
Michael Barrymore.
Yeah,
all right. All right.
All right.
All right.
Anyway, white's all right. Anyway, if, yes, these cards, creator cards. Here's my notes. 3 in 1. They are brilliant, and as I say, you look at the saving that you've got there, 40% less another 15%, less another 20% if you're platinum. That brings that down to 27.72 or 32.55. All in all, again, if you are a platinum member, I mean, that's over a 50% saving. It's a huge saving. It's a huge saving. It's difficult to work out the actual saving because obviously you take off the 40% and it comes down to the next price. Then you take out another 15% off that price. So some people look at that and go, well, that's an 85% saving. A 75% saving. It's not. But it's certainly, it's about 55%, I think it is. It's a big saving, whichever way you look at it. Yes, without the platinum, it is over 45. Massive. 27.72 platinum, 32.55, and you're going to get all of these. So that butterfly garden. Remember, as you see me, Debbie, there, you can create with just the frame, add the butterflies in as well, or just use them separately of each other. Now you've then also got within the set the beautiful dragonflies in there too. Like we said, think about maybe popping the butterflies into this frame and vice versa and mixing them all up. I just love the frames as well. If you just want a beautiful frame there, maybe colour that in, add some colours up behind, do a bit of paper piecing. I mean, seriously, whether you use them both together or individually, they are fantastic. Love this as well. Remember when we launched, what was that range that we had with the fantasy film in that? I think something like that. If you've got any of that, it would look beautiful. I think it was the dancing dragonflies, wasn't it? It looked beautiful behind the wings of the fairy there. You could have her in there with the beautiful flowers or use them independently of each other. And then lastly, you've got this gorgeous celebration here with all of the balloons. And again, if you just want to use that separately, you've got a lovely frame here with all of the fireworks going on. That could be streamers and sparklers. Just a lovely collection and a lovely way for you to be able to create amazing cards really simply. £27.72 or £32.55 is the deal on that. And don't forget, on the website, you can still check out the section there, up to 70% off creator card dies. You'll also, if you hit the Shop the Day, Shop the Show page, see all of the deals, like, for example, this, the tape pens, which are on a fantastic deal once again. These are on a buy 3, get 1 free deal. Again, craft room essentials, really. You want to make sure that you've got these in your craft room, stock up on them, especially when we give 1 away for free. So buy 3, get 1 free within that bundle. Should be £16 there or thereabouts, $28. You're down to $9.58 or $16.78 if you're shopping in the US. Hey to Tracy Madden, who's just said, I've ordered my Ultimate Pro last week and I have been having a play this morning. I'm so chuffed. Making a box is so much easier. Pamela Greenridge on Facebook just saying, beautiful card, Debbie. And Samantha Cheney on YouTube just saying, love your card, Debbie. Oh, hello. Loving the colours, says Lynette. Such a beautiful card. These dies went in my basket. Too good to miss, says Lynette. Right, let us show you something else which we previewed this morning on Wake Up Call as well. These amazing creator card dies, the Ornate pop-out dies. Now, I'll tell you what I'll do, because as we found out earlier on this morning, some of these boards are a little bit worse for wear. I'll show you the designs. And then we'll look at some finished samples potentially with Debbie, who's going to be using these in just a second. What these are, in essence, are... Well, I can show you this one, actually, because it shows you the effect. You've got these gorgeous layered up dies there, but then the way that this is going to cut into your cardstock for you, it actually holds it within the project, so you can create that effect of it popping out. And as Debbie showed you a little bit earlier on, great for the outsides of your cards and great to kind of pop inside as well if you want for that little surprise element. You're going to get all of these dies included. All right, so this one is called the Grande Circle. And like I said, yes, that cuts in so it holds within the cardstock to create that pop-out effect, but if you just decided you like the idea of using these as some layering dies for the front of a project, you could simply cut these out and add them on to like a 2D project. You don't have to have them popping out the whole time. You don't indeed have to use all of the elements every single time. If you just wanted to use the frame, you could use that. If you just wanted to maybe cut out the aperture, you could do and disregard the rest. It's entirely up to you. But yeah, if you love that kind of vintage, what sort of lace feel to it, it does look like a doily. That is your Grande Circle, and all of these dies do this for you as well. This is gorgeous. That is the Baroque Oval. Again, that gives you that effect. Oh, the Baroque was what was the Baroque era? Oh dear, was it like I would guess, I want to say like about the 1500s, but I might be very wrong there. Let's have a look. Michelangelo, he was a turtle. What are you talking about? What era was the Baroque era? Oh, 17th century, so 1600s. I wasn't that far out. 1600s. Baroque. I always think Baroque music, like Bach was Baroque, wasn't he? Bach and people like Scarlatti was. I used to do the piano, didn't I? Scarlatti was Baroque. It was all like harpsichord music, wasn't it?
What?
Just what?
Whatty music?
Like harpsichord music, and Scarlatti
What music?
was harpsichord. Harpsichord music.
Harpsichord?
Harp. Not pop.
Harp?
No, harpsichord. Yeah. No, that's a harp. Harpsichord.
Is that not a harpsichord?
Harpsichord.
Never heard of it.
It was wasn't it like the precursor of a piano? It's got like, you have heard of it. You know, trying to think. You know the song Golden Brown by the Stranglers?
Golden
The main
Brown,
instrument of that is a harpsichord.
Yeah. Is it? Well,
yes, way.
You learn something new every day here at Crafters
You know
TV.
the song. You know this is Baroque. I'm sure I'm probably talking rubbish now. You know the song Pachelbel Canon.
Whatty Canon?
The Pachelbel Canon.
No. No.
No, I'm not going to sing it.
No, I don't know that one.
Can't believe I'm just working with so many people who don't know anything about the Baroque era. Such riff-raff here.
Look, I'm cheesy popping Eurovision. What can I say? What can I say?
Harpsichord? Harpsichord? No. Harpsichord.
And I thought you meant the big thing that you have.
That's a harp.
Is that what you've been saying? Harpsichord?
Harpsichord, yes, which is different to a harp. A harpsichord is like a keyboard, and it makes that...
Oh, I thought the harpsichord was a type of music with a harp.
Please help me.
Listen, I can't help it. I wish, do you know now, producer Nicola, I wish you'd never asked. Let's come back into the building, Ben. Let's back into the building. This is a masterclass with meeting the experts with our Love Craft event. Let's come back into the room.
Thank you. Lillian's just put Ben plays the harpsichord. There's no such thing. I don't play. It's the harpsichord. Anyway, let's move on. The Regal Diamond is the next one. We all think that looks like a custard cream. This board is broken, so I won't show you it, but that's the effect that you can create, and it will flip out of your card for you as well. And then last, but by no means, thank goodness it's not a masterclass on music, because otherwise we would be absolutely stuffed, wouldn't we? A harpsichord masterclass. Maybe we could do a harpsichord masterclass sometime else.
Okay.
Then you've got the majestic damask in there as well. So 20 dies in total, 4 collections, 5 dies in each, gives you that full 20. This should be £40, $51. comes down by 30%, less another 15% as part of our Lovecraft event. Then you get your discount. If you're platinum, it's £19 2p or $24.66 if you're shopping in the US and you're platinum. Alison Marr, lovely Alison, who joined us on the craft along last week, says, just love watching you guys. You always make me giggle. The cards have been amazing as always, Debbie. Thank you for the lovely comments. Carolyn says, Ben, I feel your pain. And Kirsty Lee says, Ben, your next song will have to include a harpsichord now.
Oh dear.
It is, that's what I said. It's like a big piano. It's like an old-fashioned piano. Maybe the viewers will be able to hear this, but maybe during this next demo you could pipe the music into our ears so that Debbie can listen to the harpsichord while she's doing this next
And
demo.
the worst thing is I'm using the Baroque oval to start with. I just can't believe it. It's like it's fate. It's like it's fate. Right, let me show you how these are to use and how they were designed from that credit card range. But with every our credit card ranges, we think of things that we have like ribbon threading, 3-in-1 designs, all sorts of different. You can just type in credit card and it'll come up with hundreds of different things that you could get with a credit card range. So this one has got this pop-out factor that can actually be on the centre.
Look at that. Sorry. Oh, like start behaving now. Come on.
Yes, come on, we're professionals. Back in the room. Yes. So, I'll just remember where I'm placing things. That's all I need to remember. It's got this lovely pop-out feature on the inside, and the ornateness comes from the gorgeous design that we have on the middle piece. So this is the worker die, and on the worker die there is a little piece that makes you think, oh, there's a fault in die because it's got a little piece here that hasn't got a die. No, it's deliberately like this in terms of this is the worker die that will stay connected into your cardstock but still cut out at either side. These are the nesting frame dies. So the nesting frame dies cuts out a solid, cuts out a decorative, and so on until you've got all of these lovely features, which I'm going to show you how to use them. But the main one I'm going to use first off is a card. Now, I want you to bear in mind when you're making your shapes and your styles of your cards, I'm going to go in with a centre card. I actually say a centre card, but I'm actually just going to give it a little bit of a belly band and fold it in on itself.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to do something a little bit different to what I did this morning.
Yeah.
But this measures 8 inches by, if I remember rightly, it was 6, yeah. 6 inches by 8 inches. And I've put a score line in at 2, 4 and 6. Now, I did say in that morning show that you don't have to put a line all the way through. You can actually just pop a little pencil line and mark that on. However, it is going to pop out, so I'm just going to pop this down and hold it down with some low-tack tape. Let me grab some low-tack. Debbie, where's your low-tack tape gone? Oh, it's there. Right, let's pop a little bit of low-tack tape. I did hear some music in my ear a second ago.
That
I was wondering...
Baroque harpsichord music. It was.
Oh, still don't ring a bell. Anyway, I'm going to put that through our die cutting machine. And I will tell you, with this main worker die, it does not need the full pressure of your metal dies with a combination of your thin metal dies. So it's just your 2 cutting plates and your plastic shim. Run that through, because this is, like I said, there's no decorative elements to this, so it doesn't necessarily always need the full pressure or the full platform that we would normally ask you to pop in when you've got your decorative dies. Because what it actually does, if I just bring this out for a second, is now, if I just lift my tape off, I'm just going to peel that back. There we go. And then when I take that off, you've now got the element of the pop-out.
Brilliant, isn't it?
And then on the score line, and it's always important to make sure, because especially when you're going onto a score, it isn't a lot, it isn't a thick piece. So just when you're doing that, just give it a little pinch in. Like I said, this bit I'm not going to worry about. I've got a score line in the middle. It doesn't matter at all because we're covering it up in a second. But what we've now got is, and again, I'm just going to fold that in, take my burnished, my
bone folder.
Thank you. And burnish was the word I was looking for. And we're going to come in and just do this. Now that now creates that pop-out centre. Still connected to the cardstock, still got my panels, so if I just hold it there, you can see now that lovely design, which, like we said this morning's card actually was just this, but in a bigger version. Yeah. But this is going to have this fold over, like a gatefold, and then a wrap around the centre. And then it's going to have that pop-out feature. Again, it can sit on the centre of a card as well, so that could actually sit into the pop-out out of just an ordinary straightforward card. And fold-wise, whenever you're thinking about it, just remember when you fold it, you've got this protruding bit. So just make sure your base of your card will fit that to cover it up nice and neatly. Otherwise, you're going to have an overhang.
Yeah.
And it can look a little bit messy. So with that in mind, we are now going to pop in some panels. Now, I did say, and I'll show you what I mean in a second, but you can cut out your panels. But because I've gone for some thin panels, I am not going to try in a month for Sundays to try and get that in with the design. So I'm going to cover it up completely. Plus it gives it a nice neat finish as well. So I've gone for some Centura Pearl and Say It With Flowers paper. That's why we chose it, Debbie. Because do you know what I was saying this morning? Oh, it's Floribunda. No, it wasn't. No. It's because I've got Say It With Flowers later on tonight.
On Monday Makers.
Yeah, Monday Makers. I haven't done a Monday Makers for a while, so I'm really excited. So I'm going to pop a few panels. Again, if you think about this, is 2 by 6, so I've just made sure that my panels have gone down 1/4 of an inch on both of the mats and layers. But again, that's a personal choice because you might not necessarily want to put 2 mats and layers to it, but I sometimes like the framing of 2 colours, especially when you match a colour up with the colour in the paper, which is why I've gone for this gorgeous cerise colour in the Centura Pearl, because there's gorgeous cerise flowers in the paper pad. So I'm just going to stick a few of those on, and then we'll talk about the rest of that gorgeous design.
Corinne's just said, Ben, my husband is a musician. You two should jam together. Him on the uke and you on the harpsichord. Well, funnily enough, I play a little bit of uke and I could also play the harpsichord because it's just like the piano, I think, isn't it? So, yeah, let's get together, Corinne. Let's make it happen.
Is the ukulele?
Ukulele, yeah.
Ah, you see, I'm not that daft.
Yeah.
Ukulele.
Maybe we should like get a little. Do you know what I'd love to do? Do you remember like during lockdown, the original lockdown, and like loads of musicians were getting together and like creating songs and like recording their own part, and then they were piecing it all together. Yeah. I would love to do something like that, where maybe like if we've got loads of musicians within our viewers, we could like decide on a song we're going to do, each take our own little part, and then all perform it together. Because I only thought of that because what you just said there, Corinne, but also off the last song that I did, producer Johnny was like, oh, this is cool. And I said, well, Johnny, maybe you should be on the next song playing your trumpet or guitar.
I play the trumpet.
Do you know
I used to play the trumpet, yeah, the cornet and the trumpet.
How have I never known that about you?
Yeah, I took my music exams and everything when I was younger.
What grade did you do up to?
What did I what?
Did you do all the grades?
No. No, I only did a couple because then it got a bit uncool. Do you know, being in school choir, it were like...
You were playing the trumpet in the choir?
Yeah, so I've been playing trumpet. I started, not choir, oh God.
Orchestra.
Thank you,
I
orchestra.
was going to say, no wonder you got chucked out the choir if you were playing the trumpet. They were like, we're singing it. No. In the choir. I didn't play in the... My dad did the choir, I did the orchestra. Oh. Yes, I started off on the cornet and moved up to the trumpet. So I can... Well, could you still play a tune now?
I probably could, yeah. It's been a while since I've picked one up, but yeah.
We've got a brass section here. You in the brass section.
Oh, I like that. I didn't realise Johnny, why has he kept that quiet?
I reckon he's a really talented musician, but he doesn't... He's good at whistling, is he?
Well, I'll tell you why he's good at whistling is because you have to play the trumpet into your mouthpiece.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because I remember once when I worked at a pub, they dared me, oh, Debbie can't do it, she hasn't got enough wind. Don't know what on earth they meant by that, because I think I do talk a lot, so I know I've got quite big lungs.
Right.
But, yeah, they didn't realise that I could... through my mouthpiece, and they were shocked. And I was like, I didn't tell them that I could play. Yeah. It's a bit like blowing a raspberry down there, but it's just in between. Yeah. God, I hope no one's just tuning in.
No, can you imagine?
Now, blowing his own trumpets there, yes, right, now, I'm just telling you that normally I wouldn't try, on a smaller piece, to try and cut out that design. I spoke about it this morning. So what I've done is I've cut my panels behind so it looks like it's resting mid, look at that.
Yes.
And I'm just going to cover up my back because I don't want any of that. So, again, I'm going to put a couple of the panels just on there to cover up the back so it doesn't look like anybody could tell what I've been doing. And it keeps it nice and neat. And then you think, they were looking at you and thinking, God, you're clever. How on earth did you do that? Honestly, seriously, these dies are fabulous. And there's so many ways that you can use them. And I will get you some samples to show you in a second. But yeah, absolutely fabulous ways that you can use these dies. This is just one of many. And rather than me cut through all the intricate pieces, you've seen how I've put the base together. What you've then got is a set of dies that you can absolutely get creative with and create mats and layers, apertures, all sorts of different things that you could do with these. I honestly can't tell you how much I love a critter card. And they are my favourites. Sorry, Kate. But they are my favourites because there's so much you can do. But can you see how it's just neatened it up at the back? And do you know what it also does? Creates a bit of stability and rigidity to your card.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've got all these other pieces. Now, this morning you'll have seen me go and cut through all of them. There's a solid piece, a decorative piece, 2 other pieces that all sit in there to do nesting and matting and layering that fit in absolutely perfect. And I've just cut it out in the complementary colours. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll pop my wet glue just onto the back, line that up. And now I've got my lovely base. And did I tell you, if you did go down that line, don't worry, because you're getting it covered up.
Covered, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to put a couple of foam pads just onto the back of this one to lift this up and give it a little bit of depth and dimension. And again, just a multitude of ways that you are going to use these beautiful, beautiful dies. So I'm going to come in, that one, again, round there. I've got myself a little sentiment or two to stick in the centre. So I've gone with my favourite one. Sorry, oh, do you know, I'm going to stop saying it. My favourite sentiment, but it is, because I don't know if you've seen me many of time, but I absolutely love that die. It is just something I use time and time and time and time again. I promise I'll change it up.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm all right, yeah. And I'm just going to drop shadow a little bit down there to give it a little bit of depth and dimension. Oh, do you know what I forgot?
What?
Just lift that off for a second.
Oh, a little panel.
My middle bits.
Oh, yeah.
My middle bits. How could I forget those? Don't want to forget those. There's so many decorative pieces to this collection. It's absolutely beautiful. And then I'll put me wet. Are you eating over there?
No, I was enjoying the card.
Oh, why, thank you. He says, Just going to add a couple of little butterflies just onto there now. And again, it's just the decoration part. There's nothing, you know, you can use whatever you want for this bit, but I've just taken cardstock and papers.
And butterflies. Do you like a butterfly?
No, I don't know what you mean.
No?
Don't know what you mean. No, I don't like a butterfly. No, not really. That's not me, that's Michelle, producer.
Debbie's not scared of butterflies.
I'm not scared of butterflies.
Michelle.
Oh, give me butterflies any day of the week.
Yeah.
Now, I could have put my panels, and I've realised I forgot my panels.
Ah, yeah. What you like?
You'll forgive me, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you belly band that you can then close your card up with.
Oh, cute.
And put your belly band around. Now, just imagine it's got my panels on. Actually, do you know what? That's all right.
Like that.
So, yes, beautiful, beautiful dies to create many ways and many cards. Slip that off, and then you've got this beautiful, beautiful pop-out ornate decorative panel.
That belly band gives it a look of like the outside look like it's some sort of like posh invitation.
Yes.
To like some sort of party.
Absolutely.
With a harpsichord.
With a what?
Baroque music. It looks like a very posh invite to I don't know, like a masquerade ball or something with that belly band around it, where they'd be playing the harpsichord. I absolutely love that. Deb says, Debbie, do you put tape on the back of the centre so the pop-out doesn't rip off?
No, if you've got your I've never had to do that. This is another one of my makes, but yeah, I've never had to do that, because if you get the fold right, so if you don't go, you know what I said to you about making sure it's positioned in between, you won't end up having to do that. I know that a lot of people, and it's just because they've got that point at the top and the bottom just a bit skew-whiff on that fold. I tend to, not going to lie, just pinch it with my fingers depending on the size, rather than taking scoreboard into it, because the scoreboard on a small piece could weaken it. So yeah, but that one is one that I did with the cutout parts, like so. Can you see there? Yeah. Cut it out. So it's got this pop-out element, and then that could sit on the centre of a card, like I said, but with a belly band. Just think it's really lovely. But yeah, no, I don't need to tape it up, but that's just because of getting that point right at the bottom and the top. And then I suppose it depends on how many times you're going to keep opening and shutting it to your recipient, really. But you wouldn't need, not necessarily, you would not need tape at the back of there. If you want to put tape there to do that, absolutely do that. You know, if you think it'll secure it on a little bit better, you do that exactly as you wish to do. But if you've positioned it right and on that fold afterwards, that's absolutely fine. So perhaps then do the fold after. Perhaps position it in the centre of your panel, then put the fold in at the top and the bottom, and that'll stop it from weakening as well.
Whichever way, it's a great opportunity to pick up this set today. This is a £40, $51 bundle, but you're getting it for $23.77 or $30.82. That's because you're saving 30% and then an extra 15%. And that's before your Club Inspire discount. So you're then down to, if you're platinum, £19 and pence, $24.66, which is incredible value. Super, super versatile. And again, you've seen the way to kind of use these in the way that they were designed. But as we've talked about, as you will have seen as well, lots of different ways to be able to use these. You know, if you just want to use them as a 2D effect, you can simply snip those out. If you just want to use the apertures, you can. If you just want to use, you know, some of the inner elements to these, you can do. But there's so much versatility. That one's called your Majestic Damask. This one is always known as the custard cream, but it's actually called the Regal Diamond. If you're looking for that individually, don't search custard cream because you won't find it. That one there is it's upside down for a start, but it's also the Grande Circle. There you go, little doily. It's very doily-ish. And then lastly is the Baroque Oval. The Baroque Oval. I feel like we have learnt so much, not only about how to create a beautiful card with that over the course of the last 20 minutes, but also generally all about Baroque as well, and harpsichords and all sorts. And what? Bach. Oh, can I take my really bad joke very quickly?
Oh, go on then.
So, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone and Bruce Willis have come up with this new movie. It's going to be all about the great composers, and they're sat together deciding who's going to play what part. So Bruce Willis turns around and he goes, he says, do you know what? I'll be Beethoven. I said, you be Beethoven. And then Sylvester Stallone pipes up, he goes, I'll be Mozart. And Arnie sat there for a minute and he goes, I'll be Bach. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
If you love Crafters TV, we've made it easy for you to watch us wherever you are. Whether you catch us on your tablets or take us with you on your mobile phone, it's easy to watch us anywhere. From here to here. Maybe don't watch us here. It would be easy to watch us here. Probably the easiest place to watch us is here. Crafters TV, with you wherever you are.
Roses are red, violets are blue. We love to craft, and I know you do too. So from the 6th to the 12th of February, we're going to be hosting a really special Love to Craft event. So all of our craft experts are going to be doing masterclasses using the products and the techniques that we love the most. So here's the team to tell you a little bit more about it.
So you know me, and I love die cutting. On Monday, I'll be having a whale of a time with some beautiful creator card dies. Join me then.
It might be gloomy outside, but I'm going to be bringing summer to you next Tuesday with the Nature's Garden Wisteria range.
What's better than die cutting and card making? It's layering your die cuts on your card. Come and join me for a masterclass on Wednesday.
And on Thursday, Ben and I are going to be bringing you the most incredible cartload with deals that I just know you'll be head over heels for.
Why not brighten up your Friday with a pop of extra colour? I'm going to be here for a masterclass that I know you're going to love.
Saturday is my box making masterclass, so I hope you can join me and get creative.
Do you like making your handmade cards and gifts a little bit more special? Then craft along with me on Sunday for all things personalisation. There'll be new deals launching every day so you can find everything you need to fall head over heels in love with craft again. Join us on Crafters TV where you can find your new crafty love.
Welcome back, everybody. Lots of you checking out your baskets during that little break. Lots of you enjoying those dies as well, saying those dies are super cute. Janet Crowell says, that joke was brilliant, Ben. Aren't they all? Did I invent the joke? No, I didn't invent, no, it wasn't my original. But, you know, I told it though, didn't I? And lots of you like the idea of putting a crafty band together. Lillian Kwok says, Ben's new band could be Ben and the Jammy Dodgers. I just imagine I've got this, you know, like in the sort of the 80s, like Modern Romance, they used to have the trumpeters in the background, like swinging like that. I can just imagine you and Johnny in the background with me at the mic, you know, giving it all that, and then you and Johnny sort of piping up going, I can just imagine that now. Patty's in the band, she says, I play the kazoo. You're in. Anyone that can play the kazoo. Oh. And Tess says, I'm listening whilst doing my horse chores, and I'm horse chores, yeah. Not house chores, horse chores, and I'm laughing so hard I've almost had some yucky accidents. I was doing some horse chores this weekend actually, because a lot of you probably know my Daisy rides. They have like a share in a little pony, and more often than not, I get collared up there on a weekend to do a bit of mucking out and whatever it is you call it. I don't mind actually. I don't mind. Not my bag though, really. Having to do that every day of the week, getting up at stupid o'clock in the morning. But you know. Now. I am surprised that we have any of this left. My big bargain box. Now, this was something I put together for the cartload that I did on Thursday, my very own cartload, my first one, which you guys absolutely love, thank you. I thought this would have disappeared. We have a small amount of stock of this available, so we thought, you know what better way to kind of kick off Love to Craft than to bring it back. So if you want to grab this and you haven't yet got it, please grab it now because we have limited amounts of this remaining. So we're going to show you exactly what you get for your money in here. You don't get the box and the handwritten sign beautifully designed by RJco. It is £184 or $224 worth of product that you are saving £135 or $156 on, and then you're going to get your Club Inspired discount if you're platinum, £40 or $56. These two items here, that's the value of your bag. And honestly, I put the show together, I asked for certain things. One of the main things I wanted was an amazing bargain box. I asked for the scratch reveal card making kit. Didn't think it was going to go in the bargain box, but that's what you've got. That there allows you to make those scratch reveal cards. So you've got card blanks, envelopes, coloured card, you've got the stickers, printed papers, and 55 stamps included in there. Plus on top of that, talking about creator cards, you've got that amazing creator card shaped die, which is that amazing handbag. That's the value. Everything else I'm about to show you, you're getting for free, and this is why you guys were going absolutely nuts for this the other day. So also in there, you're going to get for free a 3D embossing folder. That's the Queen of Hearts. You're going to get one of our slimline cut and emboss folders, the Entwined Hearts. That's free. I've got Connie Fong stamps in there as well. 12 stamps and dies. You've got, as far as I'm concerned, the best die from the the best stamp, I should say, from the Aperture stamp set. That is the Terrarium. We're going to give you some of our outline floral dyes in there as well, the Radiant Ranunculus. Then from the garden party, you've got a lovely collection of numbers and ordinals and invitational words in there for you to be able to pop together personalised projects, but also your invitations. You've got a layering stamp set, which is those winter stags. That is 8 stamps you're going to get in total there. From the punny selection that we had last year, you've got the bar humpug, which I think is very funny. To go with the bag I showed you a few moments ago, you've got these stamps, which they're entitled the Classy and Fabulous accessory. So you've got things like Classy and Fabulous, have a gorgeous day, and a girl can never have too many handbags. Then you've got a beautiful little mini die. That one's that lovely fairy. You've then got the stunning dragonfly ribbons, so 6 of your seam binding ribbons, that's included, and alongside that you have got the amazing vintage diary wooden corners. Add to all of that, I'm throwing in the set of luxury cardstock from the Knitwit Homebody collection. That is your gorgeous pearlescent, alongside your 12 by 12 luxury cardstock, which is mixed actually. You've got linen cardstock and also pearlescent cardstock within that. 250 GSM, 24 sheets, all of that for 40 quid or $56. You need to get your skates on if you want to grab that, because we do not have a lot left. £40, $56. You're welcome, everybody. If you missed it on the night, you can grab it right now, but I can't say for sure how long that is going to be around on the website. I didn't even know that we had any of it left, if I'm being honest with you, but there we are. If you missed out, grab it. Very, very good deal. Right, ribbon threading is what we're going to look at next. Look at the price. Is that for all of them? That is unbelievable, Debbie. What are you doing on Debbie's 16 quid?
I'm just going to say. I was going to say, is that for 3 of them, 2 of them, 3 of them? For all of them?
This is a £65, $75 bundle. You're saving 60%, then an extra 15%, and then if you're platinum, another 20%. That is £16.85 or $20.33 for all of these. And once again, what these afford you to do is the ability to be able to, if you just want to use these as like beautiful backgrounds for your cards, you can, but they've been designed in such a way that you can thread, as you're seeing here, beautiful strands of your ribbon through to create the most delicate cards, whether that is the card in itself with you know, like an additional element such like a sentiment, or you have that as the background and then work over the top of it. Very, very clever in its design. You get the inner detailed design, and then you get the outer die with these as well, but you've got your charming lace. That one is stunning, elaborate lace. Got a bit of sort of like a daisy feel to that one in my sort of eyes, but again, you can see we've like crisscrossed our lace through here. Lots of different ways to be able to thread these up. Then you've got your diagonal lace. I see these as well as being sort of great scrap busters. You know, we always talk about like your smaller dies being great for kind of busting scraps that you've got as far as card and paper is concerned. These great if you've just got, you know, little odds and ends of ribbon in your craft room. This is a great way to be able to use them all up. Here we've kind of gone and done like a crisscross here. Just down the centre you've got some beautiful ribbon. That's your bold florals. And then lastly in this set is the pretty florals. And again, there's lots of different ways to be able to thread these through and create the most glorious effect with all of the ribbon, which I know you will have in your craft room. What a buy. It's not hard to show you on the boards, I think, a little bit, but Debbie's got some beautiful samples to show you over there. What a lovely way to get into ribbon threading. So simple to do, but effective. And
again, under that create a card range, because you've got the 2 pieces, the frame, so the outside piece that creates the frame, the inside bit that cuts into your cardstock, and then the multiple combinations that you can thread as well, because it's not just a one-trick pony. You can thread these through all sorts of different ribbon combinations. So I'm going to show you a few cross samples of the kind of things that you can be doing, which is just fabulous. Taking it into your card making, or possibly like your gift bags. If I get time, we'll get through this one as well. But honestly, there's just so many things that you can do with them. Take your other ribbons as well, your different kind of ribbons, start to thread. Look at this one.
Whoa.
Gorgeous, in blacks and
I thought that was
golds.
flashing for a second there, but you're tilting it.
No,
I
it's
thought I'd
how,
lighten
it's how
it.
it's being layered upon top of, and then some different coloured ribbons threaded through there.
Clever.
And then the different ways, the combination means that you can create different combinations to create different looks each and every single time. So for me, a really versatile die set. Now, the die that I wanted to use, someone's pinched the die.
Oh, no.
So I'm not going to worry too much. She says, chucking everything up floor. I'll just clip that out away. I'll pick it up in a minute.
Can I get you the one you wanted or not?
No, it's all right,
You
because
sure?
I'm just going to show you. This
Okay.
is how your dies will come to you. You will get an outside solid piece and an inside decorative piece that when you want to cut directly into your card, you will just use that one. When you want to use a full panel, you will use both of them together. And I'm just going to whiz past that one because you've seen me do some die cutting. There's nothing spectacular with die cutting. At the end of the day, it's a beautiful panel die. I will just say though, these dies are absolutely glorious design-wise. About 5.5 by nearly 4.
Yeah.
So you're talking a really nice size die, but for me, yes, they will fit through the midi. Yes, they will fit through the midi, producer Nicola. But for me, it's all about the fun factor,
Yeah.
the ribbon threading.
Yeah.
Paper threading, if you want to thread through strips of paper.
paper thread is a great
Maybe
idea.
twine. It doesn't necessarily have to always be ribbon. You've got the dies. These will create lots of cards, lots of different folds, but this is the fun bit.
Oh, you don't have to thread them, do you?
No.
Either. They're quite nice
Do you know-
backgrounds as is.
Yeah, you could stencil through them and have a little nice stencil background, put your paste through and things like that. Honestly, love these. They're just absolutely fabulous. But the thing with the type of kind of ribbon that you could do, or the types of ribbon, you've got multiple ways that you can use them. And then on the front of your packaging, now I haven't got the packaging with me for this particular one, but it gives you examples of how you can thread your ribbon. And this is just 3 ways that you can use that particular design. You start playing around with it with your different ribbons and you'll create a lot more than just the 3. So for me, I'm just going to start up at the top and we're going to come in and we're going to just thread our ribbon. Now, I have different methods in which I do my end of my ribbons. I've taped some of our low-tack tape around the edge and just given it a snip to create a point. You can try doing it, but it depends on your ribbon. If it frays, I torch mine at the end. Stringe at the end with a match. Strike a match, stringe the end, it crisps it up. You can do it with your hot glue gun, so you've got like a little bubble on the end as well. There's lots of things you can do.
Do you have a lot of ribbon, Debbie?
I have too much ribbon. I've got boxes and boxes of the stuff.
Have you?
Yeah, because it was a beeline. I used to, every time the shows opened, and I used to make a beeline for Ribbon Place and then go and buy tons of the stuff. Haberdashery shops, ever in a market or in a, do you know, like a dedicated, and I said dedicated place to ribbons, but you know what I mean, Nicola? Do you know like your sewing?
Haberdashery.
Yeah, haberdashery. Oh, straight in there looking at the ribbons. You wouldn't call it the Ribbon Place.
Oh,
I
Nicola,
want to call it the Ribbon Place as well. Yeah, Nicola, that's what I want to call it because that's what I see it as.
But the haberdashery is general sewing, isn't it?
Yeah, my daughter sees it
material.
as a place of fabrics.
Yeah.
I see it a place of ribbons.
Yeah.
She does, yes, producer Nicola. Yeah, that's her career. That's what she does. She loves. Yeah. Thank you. She's saying she loves what my daughter does.
Tell everyone what she does in case they're not.
So my daughter is very talented in terms of what she can do with old clothes, new clothes. I said new clothes, she don't buy anything new. She buys lots of things like duvets and curtains and she turns them into most fabulous dresses. She's into vintage, so everything's vintage with her, and she's got her own, she has her own market stall down in Bristol, so if you're ever there down in Bristol, go and have a little look.
Is that every
on the
day?
Corn Exchange, that's where she is. So yeah, go and have a little look at all her wonderful things. And she has her own studio where she creates and designs her own things as well. So yeah, she's a very talented lady, she is. Call her lady. She's a
Takes
little
after
girl.
a man.
Ah, you smooth talker. You.
No, it's true though, isn't it? Creativity obviously runs in the family, but you're obviously creative in your own different fields.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And you know, she is very, very creative. She is. She's talented, she didn't realise. Don't think she realised how talented she is. Some of the stuff she does, and she has like TikTok and Instagram and all those kind of things. Go and follow her, go and have a little follow, give her a cheeky little follow. So she's called, the business is called We Are, so R, the letter R, We Are Salvaged.
Salvaged?
Salvaged, yeah. So it's like salvaging old clothes. Yeah, absolutely.
So give her a little follow.
Yeah, give her a little cheeky follow and watch what she does. Oh,
Yeah.
she'll be tick a pink now. Just have a spent weekend with you. And now I'm giving her a plug on my show.
You're on commission?
No, no. Yeah, and do you know, she makes everything. She's got all these industrial machines and everything that she, gets creative with.
Wow.
Has she made her mum anything? A
No.
shaky thump. A shaky thump.
shaky thump.
A shaky thump. I tell you, she took a pair of jeans the other day, made it into a bag.
But took a pair of jeans, made it into a bag?
Made it into a bag. I was like, good grief, Tan. I don't know how she thinks of these things.
Does she do it all by hand then, or do you say she's got a lot of...
Industrial machines.
Oh, industrial machines.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Has she got a team with her?
No, she's a one-man band.
Oh, wow.
She is. She has another part-time job as well because, trying to get a business off the ground is not the easiest of things,
No.
especially in this day and age. So she does a little part-time one as well, but making clothes for, do you know, like your Pride festivals and all those kind of things? And she makes lots of Pride costumes for a lady who blew up on TikTok, of all places.
Yeah.
And Tanya works for her a couple of days a week. Monday and Tuesday she works for her, and then she concentrates on her own business for the rest of the week.
Does she do commissions? Because I'm kind of thinking I might need some new waistcoats soon.
Yeah, they do things like that, yeah, absolutely. Just let me know. Pass that on.
Pass that on. I might cut out the middleman and go straight there. Might cost me more money to go via you, Debbie. I know what you're up to.
Producer Nicola, she'll make you a dress. She'll make you anything you want.
Make me a dress?
Yeah. No, Producer Nicola.
Oh, right, sorry.
Producer Nicola, yes.
Oh,
No,
a waistcoat, not a dress.
No, I know, because they're gone are the days of you being a dame, my darling.
Oh, well, never say never, darling. Nicola says she wants to get a matching dress and waistcoat with me. I'll be up for that. I'd be up for that.
Eh, bless you.
Oh,
I wish I
wow.
were talented in sewing. I used to, but to be fair, she said she took her inspiration from me, because when I was younger, that's what I used to do.
Yeah.
I used to do everything by hand, and tie-dyeing and chopping my Uncle Dudley's clothes, God rest his soul. Still to this day, I don't think he knew how many clothes we actually chopped up.
Well, you nicked his clothes?
We nicked his clothes, his granddad shirts, his flat caps. We used to decorate them and
You
do all
nicked his
sorts of
flat
things.
caps?
We used to nick all sorts, me and my cousin Carl. Oh, shocking. But it was, we were 80s. It was the 80s.
It was
It was a different
acceptable
time, it was a
in the 80s. Wow, so he went to go out of the house and like, oh, where's my flat cap? And then
Yeah, and then it'd be like, no, our Carl's got it because he's done something, or I've done it with something with diamantes or hanging bits off it and things like that. And I used to get creative and chop his shirts up. He never knew.
What do you mean he never knew?
He never knew because by the time we changed him, he didn't recognise him.
But did he not go to his cupboard and go, oh, I'm going to just go and put me nice...
he thought me as Jane had moved him. Jane, what have you done with it? Yeah, in his Jamaican accent, because my Uncle Dudley was Jamaican.
Right.
And he used to shout, Jane, where's... And me and our Carl would be there like, don't say a word. Don't say a word. We keep quiet. And we used to do it with their records, their old records. We used to chop up their old records and do things with
What? You used to nick his vinyl records
his
and
vinyl
chop the records up?
And used to, chop his covers up. Because we were always making things with covers and get decorative backgrounds for photo shoots and things like that. Yeah, we were terrible. Well, actually, we were absolutely shocking, but we were creative.
I never knew there was this side to you, Debbie Robinson. How old were you then?
Oh, we're only about 11, 12.
Oh, I'll let you off.
You let me off. I was only young. The youth.
But you come back to his record collection and he have his vinyl there, but no sleeve.
Yeah. And there'd be just the sleeve there. Do you know the white sleeve that you used to put it into? That's all we left. And we're like talking Bob Marley and the Wailers and things like that, because they were right into his reggae and now some of those have got some right price tags to them. So me and our Carl were like, whoopsie-daisy.
What are you like?
We are shocking. Yes, we are shocking. But yes, how did we move into this territory? You've led me round a right
Being
merry
creative. You were saying that you were being creative and you were used to make clothes out your Uncle Douglas's clothes.
Yeah, well, you can see where she gets her creativity from now, can't you?
Absolutely, yeah.
Right, so threading ribbon. You've seen me as I've been chitter-chattering and sharing a bit of information there. Threading through my lovely design. But of course, multiple ways means that you can then start, you've got all this open space. So you could go downwards, you could go across, or you could go back down and take your threads and just carry on playing with them. Honestly, these are so versatile, these dies. And then, of course, if you don't want to use them for ribbon, You do not have to use them for ribbon threading. You can take them and just use them as a decorative back panel and get creative with your creator card ranges. You could take your stamped images and stamp over the top and add your little sentiments, anything like that to them. But again, you're just going to carry on. I mean, I'm just going off a bit kilt here because this is not what I've done with my design. But it's just to show you the kind of ways that you can go. And then you could take thicker ribbon and you could go down.
Yeah.
And you can go across. You have got multiple ways to use that die. Now, I've just spied the time. So Debbie's going to stop talking and she's going to bring in a card, already threaded.
Ooh, pretty.
You don't have to necessarily do what I've done, which is thread through each. You could just thread through each one and then just attach them to the back. Depends on how neat you want to go. Now, the style of card that I'm going to do is a little bit like a box card. So I'll give you the dimensions. So if I just turn it that way. So to start with, a piece of white cardstock that measures 6 by 7. And then I've just done my mats and layers using our hummingbird paper.
Beautiful.
Now, this particular one is going to sit at the front. So it's going to be like a little box panel that sits at the front.
Oh, yeah.
A bit like a matchbox, but with the back missing. So this one measures in at 5 3/4 inches by 6, and I've scored it at 1/2 inch and 1.5 inch, 4 1/4 and 5 1/4 to create this almost like a square feature, and that's going to sit onto the bottom part. So I'm just going to put some glue on both edges. Now, I love making fancy fold cards, I really do. Absolutely love it. Sometimes it's a bit difficult when you don't know where to start and things like that. But next week we've got something exciting launching with Sarah.
Oh, yeah.
You're in for a treat.
You are in for a treat.
Treat.
Early next week.
Yes. Is it Monday?
It's either Monday or Tuesday. It's Monday. There's another launch coming up on Friday as well with Leanne, which I think you're going to look forward to.
Has Leanne got a launch?
In launch party on Friday. All about
Launch party on Friday?
Yeah.
That sounds bizarre.
Sorry, launch day on Friday.
I'm going to
Did I
say, launch party is
party?
usually Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah. We have got the launch of the 3D folders and dies, which is previewed at the weekend.
Oh.
And you can watch Corinne having a little bit of a play around with those. So yeah, that's launching on Friday.
That's
That is
exciting.
isn't it?
Yeah, that is exciting. Now, I've just stuck my little panel just onto the bottom, so it creates this little box feature. So I'm just going to pop that onto there. And then I've got a little piece. Now, this, you can either, some of these can just go down about 1/4 inch of the way. You can hang them from the top. It's entirely up to you, but I'm going to come in and just anchor here. But I'm going to just attach first before I do. And I'll give you the measurements for this one, because this measures at 7 by 4 and, 3 1/4. And I've scored it at 1/2 inch and 1 1/2 inch to create that little panel. And then I'm just going to stick that now onto the front. I've given it a little bit of an ink, just touched it up with a little bit of an ink to give a little bit of colour underneath. And I kind of chose the colour that matches the papers again. I always choose the inks and that afterwards. I choose the combination of the papers. Choose the paper first and you'll be guaranteed that the inks, you'll find an ink that matches. And then that's going to sit there. Yes, it's the easiest way that works for me, producer Nicola, but I know that other experts might have a different... I'm at the end.
Of your tether.
At the end of... No, at the end of my...
End of your tape.
The end of my roll. Do you know the amount of times that happens to me? Now, I'm just going to position it first. Before I actually stick that down, I'm going to position it and then decide where I want that to hang. So I'm going to slide it across, drop that down. If I'm happy with where it is, and I fairly am. I mean, you can get a bit more technical and you can do your, your pencil marks and things like that. You can use wet glue to get it into place and position. You can leave that stuck or non-stuck. I'm going to stick it down on this occasion, so I'm just going to put some glue just onto the back of that bottom and then drop that down so it sits there nice and neatly. So let me just make sure I've got that nice and... Yeah, there we go. And it still does fold nice and flat, you just push it forward. But again, that sits there. And then all I'm going to do now is add... Uh-oh, where'd he gone? Uh-oh, there it is. There it is. Just to tie it all in.
Nice.
I'm going to tie a little bit of ribbon. I'm just going to add a little bit of ribbon. And I'm just going to attach it there to the top. And then add a little sentiment. And I've changed tack.
Oh, yeah.
I've not used the one that I would normally use. Well, actually, I did because I cut it at the side, but I thought, no, you better change it up, Debbie. And just add a little thanks. In fact, you know what? Yeah, we'll put that in the centre. And there you go. You've got yourself beautiful create card, something a little bit unusual, but with ribbon threading in the back of this one. So again, really lovely design, really nice and easy to do as well. But that bit, that's the create card. That's what's creating you a card of something a little bit different in the terms of a ribbon threading theme.
Very, very beautiful. Philip just asking, Debbie, has your daughter thought about applying for the British Sewing Bee?
Do you know? No, she hasn't. Yeah, she's camera shy, unfortunately. She's very camera shy. I tried to get a picture with her yesterday. She was like, nope, nope, nope. She's, you know, bless her. I love her to bits, but she's just camera shy. She hasn't got the, where I'm quite, what's the word?
Oh, she's quite, you're outgoing, so she's a bit more introvert.
Yeah, she's a bit more introvert. Yeah. Very talented, but a little bit more introvert. So no, I don't think she would, because I think her nerves would get to her. God love her. Yeah, so, but she's very talented.
Samantha, talking about very talented, says, Debbie, if you make a box to slide into that sleeve, you could put treats in it as well. That card, make a little box to go in the sleeve.
Love that idea, Samantha. Yeah. That is a great idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get some deviled eggs in there.
I'll have the chocolate variety. I did love the deviled eggs, I'm not going to lie, but do you know when you start to feel a bit of a rumbling?
Oh, I'm glad you
are. Are you feeling the rumbling?
A little bit as well,
yeah.
Yeah,
I thought so, yeah, I can feel a bit of rumbling. Don't come over here is all I'm going to say.
No. Might be on the old harpsichord in a minute. All ties together, doesn't it, eh? All ties together. Stephanie says, love it, Debbie. It's an absolutely beautiful make. And this is the kind of thing that you can achieve as well with this collection. All great deals. It's all part of our Lovecraft event. It's all about our experts. You know, brilliant experts bringing you their favourite crafts, their favourite items, and this is Debbie's day today, and you guys are absolutely loving it. Creator cards. These are for everybody, right? And again, don't fall into that trap that I used to have been like, oh, these are really complicated. Like the cards that you can produce here are amazing. I'm not at that level. Yes, you are. The whole point is these dies, these tools do all the work for you. So even if you are using these for the first time, your card looks like you've been crafting a long, long time. As long as you've got one of our machines, you want to run these through, choose your colours, add a bit of ribbon, really, really simple yet effective way to be able to achieve these. And yes, you know, you can then go to, different lengths and create different style cards and sort of add lots of different bits and pieces to as you get more confident with this. But the whole point is the dies, in essence here, are giving you the ability to be able to create the most stunning ribbon threaded cards very, very simply. And again, as Debbie was explaining, you get both the inner detail die and then the outer die there as well. So you've got that creator card element. You can cut these out as panels. You can thread through them with ribbon if you want. I love the idea as well that Debbie mentioned of paper threading too. I think that would look incredible. But again, think about threading other things through these as well, like your twines as well. You don't always have to go with the ribbon. And as I said, you don't actually have to thread these each and every time you use them. If you just like that background as is, you can just cut it and use that as a background. Maybe think about doing a bit of colouring with these, a bit of paper piecing if you wanted with some of them. But the whole point is today, it's choose which of the products you love the best, because they are all at fantastic prices today, giving you the unbelievable opportunity to grab these at stunning buys. And the whole thing about this event as well, not only are our guys bringing you these specific days to the crafts that they love, but also bringing you these big discounts as well. So here, you're getting the discount of 60%, then that extra 15%, then your Club Inspire discount. That's why a £65, $75 price tag comes down to £16.85 or $20.33. Busy across the board. Before we get to the break, just a reminder that we've got up to 70% off on individual creator cards on the website. So again, if you've only got, I don't know, £5, $5, £10, $10 to spend today, there's loads of items on the website for you, some great deals which you can pick up. And also, don't forget, it's the orange stickers that you're looking out for. Everything should be now loaded into the Shop the Day, Shop the Show category, but it's the orange stickers which are part of the Love to Craft event, and that's where you'll see all of those big discounts. Right, we're coming back in a few moments' time. More demos, big vote as well for the demo of the show. We'll do all of that in the final, I can't believe it, 25 minutes to go. Head to the checkouts, we'll come right back.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
One that was really funny, Ben. You didn't.
It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I am a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that? We'll do it. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
If you love Crafters TV, we've made it easy for you to watch us wherever you are. Whether you catch us on your tablets or take us with you on your mobile phone, it's easy to watch us anywhere. From here to here. Maybe don't watch us here. It would be easy to watch us here. Probably the easiest place to watch us is here. Crafters TV, with you wherever you are.
Roses are red, violets are blue. We love to craft, and I know you do too. So, from the 6th to the 12th of February, we're going to be hosting a really special Love to Craft event. So all of our craft experts are going to be doing masterclasses using the products and the techniques that we love the most. So, here's the team to tell you a little bit more about it.
So you know me, and I love die cutting. On Monday, I'll be having a whale of a time with some beautiful Creator Card dies. Join me then.
It might be gloomy outside, but I'm going to be bringing summer to you next Tuesday with the Nature's Garden Wisteria range.
What's better than die cutting and card making? It's layering your die cuts on your card. Come and join me for a masterclass on Wednesday.
And on Thursday, Ben and I are going to be bringing you the most incredible cartload with deals that I just know you'll be head over heels for.
Why not brighten up your Friday with a pop of extra colour? I'm going to be here for a masterclass that I know you're going to love.
Saturday is my box making masterclass, so I hope you can join me and get creative.
Do you like making your handmade cards and gifts a little bit more special? Then craft along with me on Sunday for all things personalisation. There'll be new deals launching every day so you can find everything you need to fall head over heels in love with craft again. Join us on Crafters TV, where you can find your new crafty love.
How cute is that video? It's lovely to see all of the guys, and lots to look forward to over the course of this week as well. Love to craft, that's what it's all about. Having a go, enjoying all of the items that we've got, and joining us each and every day, because we've got a different craft expert each and every day, as you've just seen there. Laurie says these background dies look great to layer tone on tone for a beautiful background texture. There you go, absolutely right. And just generally lots of love coming in for this masterclass. We're going to get in, I feel a bit bad because obviously we've rabbited on a bit in this show, and Debbie's got a lovely demo to do, which in essence really should probably take a lot longer than about the 12 minutes that she's got to do it. But you know what, if anyone can, Debbie can. So I'm going to be very quick here and go through these. These are the everyday Creator Card dies with the hanging element that you've got within the centre of these. They are phenomenal. They're £80, they're $90. No, they're not. We laugh in your face. 65% off, less that extra 15% as part of our Love to Craft, less your Club Inspired discount. Your Platinum, you're paying £19 and tuppence, or $21.88 if you're Platinum. That is basically, in my eyes, buy one, get the others for free within this collection. Forever yours. You've got this beautiful Creator Card here with that arch and then the couple swinging on the swing. Then you're also going to get in this collection this beautiful lovebirds. You've got the little birdies there as the hanging element amongst all of the branches and foliage. Then you've got the raise your glass. Oh, raise your glass. That's pink, isn't it? I love that tune. In all the right ways. Anyway, so raise your glass. I don't know the word. Celebrate. Well done. By the way, you get sentiments with all of these as well, which is amazing. And then lastly is the Shine Bright. I love this one so much. I think some of these elements as well would look very nice, sort of multi-cut and popped onto like a little, what do you call it, like a little mobile for the kids. That's what that one reminds me of. Little mobile. Anyway, £19, $21. I'll shut up there, but this is an unbelievable buy. Probably one of the best on the show as far as I'm concerned, but we're going to give Debbie as much time as possible to get this done because it would not be a Debbie show without some construction in the form of a gorgeous light box.
Yes, and I do love me light boxes. The only thing I forgot to do is get me light out of my bag. But you'll forgive me. I love making construction. I am. When they said about your favourite things, and I'm running because I know Michelle loves making construction as well, but I've been here longer than Michelle, that's all I'm going to say. And I love making boxes, and you guys know I love making them, and I love a light up box. So yeah, so I had to do it, but I wanted to do it a bit different. Normally I do a 4-sided one, so I decided to do a 3-sided triangular one for you because you can achieve these looks with any of your kind of dies that you have. Sorry, I was pointing it to the front there. Sorry, Jeremy. So again, just showing you. I will get my lights and I'll pop my lights into there in a second. But yeah, we're going to just do a 3-sided one this time. So with that in mind, I am going to use the Shine Bright. I absolutely love this one. You feel like bursting into a song, innit? Is it an Aswad song? Shine Bright. Is it Shine Bright? Is it
Rihanna, isn't it?
Is it who?
Shine bright like a diamond.
Oh yes, is that one? I was thinking. No, I think I've heard the song. No, not Osmonds.
What did you say?
I thought it was Aswad.
Oh, Aswad.
I might be wrong.
You're thinking of Shine, Shine like a star.
I am. That's the one I was thinking
so
of.
Bright like the star that you are.
That's the one that I was thinking of. Yeah.
Love that.
Right, I'm going to give you the dimensions for the box panels because I've already pre-prepped and got this ready. So I've taken some platinum Centura pearl, and the sides themselves, I've cut 3 pieces that measure 6.5 inches by 8.5 inches, and I've scored from 1/2 inch from the right-hand side and the bottom, and that creates the tabs that's going to connect the cards. So it's pretty much similar to what I do with a 4-sided one, but we're just taking 3. So that's 6.5, 8.5. Score at 1/2 inch at the bottom and the right-hand side, or the left-hand side, whichever way you want to do this. And then you're going to take your die, and we're going to pop that in to that centre part. Now, I'm going to create the full piece, and then we'll take out the top bit in a second. I'll show you how I do that as well. So first of all, line that up, and I've kind of lined it up into... Let me just show you what I mean. Like kind of central to where this score line, these 2 score lines are. So it's like central to that panel that's there. So I'm happy with where it is. I'm going to just push that there. That's better. Happy with where it is. And then low tack tape that down because we don't want it moving around. So we're going to low tack it. And I'm going to do it on the inside because that's the bit that's going to cut away. So I'm going to add all my low tack onto the inside. Centura pearl is beautiful, but it can mark easily. So when you're using this, I would recommend that you tape it on the inside where the bits are going to cut away. Right, first things first. Panels. Let's get those onto there. And I'm going to bring in... Now, what have you done with the other plate, Debbie? Do you know, I've had this problem all day. What have I done? Do you know what, though? We said this at dinner time, didn't we? Someone's been in the craft room while we were having our dinner.
Someone was in the craft room in between shows making a mess.
Making a mess, inking bits up.
Who was it?
Just leaving it lying around. Yeah. And now, as I find out, missing a Gemini large plate. What on earth? Is this Debbie going doolally? Whoops.
Has Debbie gone doolally?
Debbie's gone doolally.
You got it?
I found it.
Oh, it's just coming over.
Oh, thank you.
I'll turn back round.
Thank you. You hike back over there.
I'll hike.
You hike back over there. Plus, I did tell you, it's...
oh, same.
Is it same with you?
A little bit.
Love that egg. But the problem is, I'd already ordered an egg to go on my salad from Christina, so I'd already got an egg on there.
Oh, so you had egg salad with extra egg?
Yes, and then I've had the devil eggs. So I've had 2, and I had 2 of them because they were so delicious. I didn't want 1 off, I wanted 2. So I've had the 2. Oh.
We could say you've been an egg extravaganza.
Oh, yes. Oh, you and those egg jokes.
I know.
You know, you get worse. But yes, I'm feeling it a little bit. I'm going to just say it there. I'm feeling it just a little bit now.
You stay over there, Mrs.
Yes, yes. Now, I did tell you that this gorgeous die set, all of them, I've got that producer, Nicola.
What's she like?
She's naughty.
She is naughty.
Yes, I've got a lovely die cut, embossing element to them. So I'm going to take my tape off, and before I release the die from the die, wait a minute, the cardstock from the die,
yeah.
I am going to turn it over,
of course.
and I'm going to add the extra oomph, and we're going to pop on our, who's that in the back? Is that someone squeaking in there? Is it the chair that's squeaking? I thought it was the egg. Just going to say, producer Nicola, I thought it was the egg.
What are you guys
right,
like,
when we are
honestly?
embossing, we've got our plastic shim now on the bottom of the, on top of the cutting plate.
Yeah.
Then the die with it facing upwards and the rubber mat onto the top. And then we're just going to place on the very, very top the other cutting plate and run that through.
Okay.
Then you've got all the decorative elements in there as well. For this majority of the box, 2 of the panels I'm only going to use this die with.
Okay.
And then the second one, rather than having, we talked about it earlier,
the hanging element.
that one, the hanging element. The hanging element, yes, I'm not going to have it hanging, I'm going to have it stuck on. So that's the choice that you have with this gorgeous die. You don't necessarily have to use it the way that we've told you to use it, because, you know, it's your die cut, it's your piece.
You do what you want with it.
Absolutely, you're going to do what you want with it. Now, I'll just remove those pieces, chuck a bit on the floor. Lovely little feature there where the stars, that's the extra detail that you're going to get when you do and finish that detail off. If you don't want to, that's fine. You know, it's entirely up to you. I'm just going to poke all these pieces out though first, Ben, and then I'll show you how to release from the very top. How many?
15 minutes left on the show, which
So
I reckon
how much time have I got left on
leaves you
this?
about 7 minutes.
Did she say 3 minutes?
6 or 7 minutes.
God, I nearly had a little, what do you call it then, a little bit of a panic moment. We're like, what? I need a little bit more than that. Now, you can take now your craft knife, and let me just see if I've got mine in my bag, Ben.
Okay.
Craft ruler, craft knife, you are in here somewhere, where are you? Oh, my craft
Everything's
ruler.
going astray today, isn't it?
Everything's, and this is out of my own bag this time, I can't even blame anybody.
There you got it.
Blind as a bat, I am blind
Straight
as a bat.
knife, that one, and not your wibbly wobbly.
Straight knife, not the wibbly wobbly one.
Yeah.
No wibbly wobblies with this one. Because what you want to do is release it, because at the moment it's connected. It's like, not quite there. So we're going to release it. So we're going to, and this is when you can use your rulers, your glass mats, pencil if you're not confident with your pens, with these. You've got your straight metal edge ruler. I'm going to take it and release the die itself, and I'm going to just use my glass mat as a little bit.
So the metal edge is there to work in conjunction if you are using the knife, isn't it? So it doesn't snag your ruler.
Yeah, and that just means that then it can cut away. So you could take your scissors if you wanted to. However, I wouldn't be able to do that, Ben. I don't have much pressure. So, and then what I'm going to do is just release this part. Now, I say release. I don't want to release it all because it's all ready. I want to come around the outside and then come into this part. So this is when you're going to take it, and I'm just going to use it a little bit. They're all bursting into song in me here.
Oh, I know.
Every time I say something, they're bursting into song.
What are they like in there today? They're high on eggs.
I am those devil eggs.
It has been a bit of a weird day today, actually, hasn't it? It's been a fast day. I can't believe it's nearly 4 o'clock already. It's flown over.
What?
Today.
Mind you, I've got Monday Makers.
Oh, we have got Monday Makers. Say It With Flowers coming up later on.
Oh, my God. Love that collection. Love that collection. Now, you can come right back down to this bottom and create this little bit and then release the bottom. And if I just show you what I mean, it just releases this little piece. And it's just so that this has got, like, because again, if I'd have taken it to the very edge there, I would have had all that bit flopping around. So it's just to give your box a little bit of rigidity. If you want to cut that, have a go and see what you think. But it's entirely up to you. But you're just going to repeat that 3 times. So again, I've got my panels now, all 3 ready. However, this is when you decide what are you going to put round the back. So I've gone with some vellum.
Beautiful.
And I've gone with a white vellum. I could have gone with colour, but I thought, do you know, the platinum is beautiful in itself. So I'm just going to take each panel and I'm going to attach the vellum to the full side and down to the very bottom as well, so it covers up this little panel as well. So again, all I'm going to do is think about where I'm placing my tape. So I'm going to have my tape running along the top,
Yep.
down the sides, Come on, Debbie, don't run out of me now, please. You've already run out once, we're not running out again. And then down the bottom as well. Now, to keep these bits connected, this is when you're going to use your dotty tape pen. And I would say dotty tape pen because vellum can be unforgiving in terms of glues. So use your dotty tape pens if you've still got them. And I knew producer Nicola was going to say, trust Nicola, what am I going to use then if I haven't got any dotty tape pen? You can use glue, but you're going to have to be careful.
Use your fine tip glue applicator, can't you?
Yes. They say you knew where I was going with that. Fine tip applicator. And that now creates, where have you come from, you rogue piece? There we go. It now creates that lovely, especially if you're using a light, that lovely soft fuzzy focus. So I'm just going to repeat that again, Ben, just round either side. In fact, I'll just use my dotty for speed. The time.
Time is flown over.
It's flown by. Where's it gone
Flies
to?
when you're having fun.
Do you know? And I'd got another 2 demos lined up. It's typical, isn't it?
Save them for later, but we'll be doing different stuff.
No, I've got other. Have you heard Nicola? I have. I've got some other ones, Nicola.
Well, you can save them for next time you do any creator cards.
Yes, that's what I'll do.
Put them in the library.
That's what I'll do. I'll save it for another day. And then I'm just going to come in with that third piece. And we're going to come in now again, dotty tape all the way around, because Debbie's doing a bit of speed crafting now. Woofed, woofed. It's like, come on, Debbie.
I still remember that show we did one Christmas. Do you remember that show? Where you all got like a bag of mystery goodies.
Don't.
You had 5 minutes to make a card.
Don't.
They only did it to you and Jan, and then they scrapped it because I think they realised it was cruelty to crafters, that, wasn't it?
Yes, I've still not forgiven Brent for that.
No.
And just never, ever forgotten. Forgotten? Or forgiven? Oh, my days.
It's the only time I've ever seen Jan stressed. Honestly, it's the only time I've ever seen her stressed. Because I was just being really annoying, going 2 minutes.
You
1 minute.
Thing. I bet she were.
Counting it.
Jan likes, she's very thorough in her prep.
Yes.
She's very thorough in her detail.
Methodical.
And she is methodical, and Jan does not like speed crafting.
No.
She does not like speed crafting. I have no choice sometimes because I just got learn to shut my mouth and get on with crafting because I get a little bit carried away with myself. But yes, so lovely Jan, I remember that so well. And I had a stepper card to do. It wasn't even like I got an easy fold. It was a stepper card. Stepper cards aren't 2-minute jobs. Brent. Now, tape, I've just taped each panel. So instead of now having 4, I've just got 3.
Nice.
So it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
But what we're just going to do is connect those 2 pieces. A block of cheese. Have you heard producer Nick? A block of cheese, Debbie. It looks like a block of cheese, Nick. It does. And there you go. You've got your base in. Now, if you're wondering how on earth are you going to cut a bottom base, you're going to draw around that onto some pearl card.
Oh, yeah.
So you can then attach these pieces. And I've used red liner tape. It is a construction after all. And you've often heard me say, but whenever I do anything with construction, I use red liner tape. It's just my personal choice. And again, I'm just going to go in and go and attach those panels now. You can give yourself a little bit of wiggle time in terms of adding a bit of wet glue onto there as well. But all we're going to do is, just to speed that up, I'm going to rush this part, but you would take your time. And if I've gone a little bit over, I can trim that down afterwards, but I'm quite happy with that. Nice inside. Then you're going to add the detail. So the detail, or the devil in the detail, is all those die cut pieces. Personally, when you've cut them, add it before you put your panels on, okay? So just because obviously we're running out of time now, but I am going to speed craft like you've never speeded crafted before. And we're gonna pop on now. And you choose one. If you want to choose all 3, you can absolutely, but I'm just going to choose one.
That is pretty.
Stick that into the centre. And then I've cut these pieces in white. And I'm just going to do it on one side of the box. Again, your choice. You can absolutely, if you wish to do so, choose different for all sides. But I'm just going to choose it so that I've got one side that absolutely stands out on its own. So again, I'm just going to come in with, make sure that's the right way around, Debbie. And it's just using the die again. It's just using the die and die cutting or fussy cutting those pieces out. It's that one, Debbie, not the other one. Oh, no, it's not. You were right first time. No, you weren't, Debbie. Get it right way around. Girl, what on earth? Oh, do you know what I've done? Put glue up wrong side. It's there. It's there, isn't it? Tell you what. we'll just shelve that for a second because I'm not going to rush this last bit. She says.
To give you a bit more time, we could do the vote if you wanted. Then you could...
Oh, well, also we're going to do, Ben, is just attach my Shine Bright to the bottom. And again, let me just bring this in for a second to show you what I've done. Because we're not going to rush. Add extra elements. This one, I actually just took a piece of our silver cardstock and added it behind the back of my moon and then snipped it away to create a full piece. And then I've lifted, certain elements have got like a lift element to it. So when I say a lift, I've put some foam pads. If I just try and tilt it, just added a few foam pads.
Oh, yeah.
But I've left those clear. I've left them completely clear and then just added these extra little touch details just to lift it a little bit. And a little bit of silver behind those 2 stars as well. That's what you could do. Perfect. Or you could take those stars and add those on as well, like I was doing with that one. It's entirely up to you. And then when you've done that, because again, that's just a 3-sided box that we're going to create. Can we go to the front angle? There we go. And then you could stick in there, and I'm sure I did have, I don't know what I've done with my lights, Ben. Pop your lights inside and it could be a lovely light up box. Pop one of those little, do you know those fake candles? Yeah. Could put a fake candle into there as well. That would light it all up beautifully. Or you could simply use this as a gift box. All you'll need to do is work out your tops of your, so again, pretty much similar to there, but add your side panels. All you need to do is work out how big is your side panel going to be and then take the measurement from there. So measure it. Add on either 1/2 inch either side and then just fold those in if you wanted to add a lid to the top. So there you go. That is how another way you can use it, not just in terms of card making, but taking it into things like your light up boxes, your gift boxes and so on.
Should we get the vote going? Because I'm aware that we've got 3 minutes left on the show. And I get, you know, Rachel will be like, oh, come on, what's going on? You see. So it's fine. We'll do a speed vote. Okay, so 90-second speed vote. And then I'll read a few comments whilst you're voting. Right. And we'll recap. So, Debbie, your cards, please.
Right, where did we start?
That one in your hand.
Yeah. 3 in 1. Feels like a lifetime ago. 3. It does, Nicola. Number 1. Our 3 in 1. Number 2 was our Ornate pop out with its little belly band. Number 2. Number 3 is our ribbon threading. And then number 4 is our non-light up box, because Debbie can't find her lights, but our light up box in the triangular shape. So 4, 3, 2, or 1, you decide.
Amazing. Rachel is now counting with the help of Ted, which is brilliant. Lillian says, I think that box is the perfect size for a wedge of cake.
Yay!
Absolutely right. I mean, that would be a big wedge in there. Nicola would put a wedge of cheese in there. Whatever tickles your fancy really on that one. Stephanie says, Debbie, you can do it. We gals can multitask. She did do it. She did do it. Samantha Chase says, I've got all the creator card sets that's on the show today. Well, that's marvellous. Hopefully you've picked up some inspiration. And Mary Reno says, I'm very excited. I placed an order to celebrate my birthday on the 10th. Well, happy birthday, and remind us, when is the 10th? 6, 7, 8, that's Friday. Remind us on the 10th. I'll sing you happy birthday. I mean, I won't sing happy birthday, but we'll say happy birthday. You say, I was glad that I was able to get Ben's box. Boom! As part of my happy B-day to me. And Tess just saying on YouTube, I love making construction projects too. Hopefully you've taken lots of inspiration from this show. Just whilst we're waiting from the vote, don't forget, this deal is incredible. £80 or $90 is what you should pay. You are £19 and 2p if you're platinum, or $21.88 if you're shopping in the US and you're platinum. You're saving 65%. Then a 15% saving, which brings that down even lower, of course, if you're a Club Inspire member. It's incredible, really. These are all the designs that you're going to be getting with that creator card effect and the elements of the swing birds there. You've got the man and lady on the swing there. You've got the beautiful glasses of bubbly there, and you've got the one that you've just seen there too, which is that beautiful Shine Bright. 1902, 2188 is your price on that one, as I said, if you're platinum. We've got a result in. We're just saying later on for Monday Makers, we will do a little bit of a gallery. Do you know what? I've enjoyed doing the galleries recently, so feel free to send in pictures of projects that you've done with creator cards, seeing as it is a creator card day, or say it with flowers, or pets.
Oh,
Demo of the show.
George is cursing under his breath
George
now.
is hating on me now. He loves me really. Demo of the show. 4.
4. Oh, 4. I can't even add up.
4.
4. Thank you very much. There we go. Let me get that the right way around. 4. There we go. I'll try and find my lights for later.
Marvellous. Thank you for a lovely show, Mrs.
Thank
that
you.
was incredible, as always.
Oh, bless you. You're very kind. You know, I do love creator cards. They are some of my absolute favourites. And so I'm like, hello, I'm over here. Ben just stood there like that. Yeah, absolutely. I love creator cards. It's been an absolute joy to be able to choose something that I wanted to do with. Normally we get like told, this is what you've got on your show. It was lovely to get involved in terms of the things that we love as the experts. This week is all about the experts choosing things that we love. So today's been my creator cards, a little bit of a masterclass on some of them from Wake Up Call through to today. But we are moving on because we've got some great things lined up in Monday Makers. So I'm moving away from the creator cards. I'm moving into Say It With Flowers, imposting folders. I'm trying to think what else I've got down there. There's something else I've got down there I've completely forgotten. But yeah, I've got loads on the show. So I'm kind of moving away from what was my favourite. I'm going to move on to Monday Makers. But thank you for joining us today because it's been really lovely up to now.
Absolutely. We've got the modern edibles for you later on with
Yes.
an item in that collection that you've never seen before on Crafters TV. So that is fantastic. All of that is coming up for you later. Now, make sure you check out the website, of course, and check out your baskets. You've got up to 70% off on creator card dies and, of course, the orange stickers you're looking out for as well on our Love to Craft event. You'll find all of those in the relevant page, Shop the Show, Shop the Day. But if you can't see them there, do search for them and look for the orange stickers. That is it. That is just about it. We will see you back here in a couple of hours' time for Monday Makers. But until then, bye for now.